let me record this, and I will be adding this into the end of the video. If you guys okay. Okay. Um okay. So I'm going to be going over this. If you're still watching my stream, I would highly recommend you stay. I am 4, 5, and 5 as Rengar, you know. My build's decent. I went exactly what I was gonna say. Get my smite item straight into Hydra. I kind of went. I went Hydra smite. I was being yelled at. I mean, I wasn't focusing. I knew the way. How the game was gonna go. Straight off. Right off the bat. 4, 5, and 5. I mean, you can count me as 3, 5, and 5 because I did take one of Swain's kills. Stating that, let's say Swain is 6, 9, and 5. His build probably would have been a little better. He would have had some more gold. I would have had less gold. That wouldn't have made much of a difference because I was building armor in my last item. I mean, it's more expensive. I think I would have been in the same position. Swain, maybe not. Misfortune 10, 9, and 4. If you guys were watching this video, Misfortune said barely anything. And I think she was one of the better people. She was the best person out of all of us. Because I was kind of throwing coal into the flames, if you want to say that, or feeding the fire. I was, I was trying not to. I was saying, good job, wow, nice. Whenever they did anything, I was trying to blow off everything. But at the last, overall, at the end, I kind of did blow a fuse. I mean, it's kind of hard when 3 to maybe even 4 sometimes people are yelling at you because you can't do this, you can't do that, you're not saying anything back, and it is hard. But not every game like this as a jungler is like this, because I've had many games where it's like, wow, this jungle is carrying, which usually is not very possible, or good job, good dragon steel, etc. Sloane had a nice dragon steel. So overall, I think Misfortune performed the best out of all of us. She went fairly positive. I mean, it's positive. Her CS is great, best out of the entire game, and I think she was really good. Ari, 7, 11, and 12. If I hadn't ganked her, I think she would have been 7, 10, and 12. Maybe she might have died later on, but let's say that's a possibility. 7, 10, and 12. She did get that one double kill while we were contesting against a dragon, which was really good. But then afterwards, she threw a charm and missed quite a lot of her skill shots after that. I mean, that wasn't causing a death, but that was just something that I remember. And that gank that I did that may not have caused her to die, that's what I was talking about. She did flash right on top of Mordekaiser, which is a big mistake. And I didn't point it out. I was, okay, blah, blah, blah. I tried. When I ganked Swain and I couldn't do anything, I was out of position. Garen flash Q ulted onto him. Told me not to gank him, and then whenever I wanted to gank him, it was either he didn't want me to, and then he blames me for not ganking him, or I just didn't feel comfortable. And that's a big thing as a jungler, not feeling comfortable to gank when other laners are very upset with you, or etc. And that's kind of the position I was in. I didn't feel comfortable to do anything because I knew I was going to get yelled at for every small thing that I did. That was the biggest thing about this game. Now, Thresh. Okay, if your support goes 0-10 and has an assist on almost every kill, besides, after laning phase, he has an assist on every kill, that is wonderful. I mean, 0 and 10, I don't care about the 0 kills. That's nothing. That means nothing. But dying 10 times, and I remember I think it was 2 times just warding. I mean, first of all, you have to make sure your surroundings are safe, and I'm not gonna go into what other people did wrong. It's more of how they treated, and I mean, kind of doing. I'm kind of analyzing what they did wrong, because they did all these things wrong that I didn't talk about. But sometimes I would point things out that I wouldn't think that would get them frustrated. Usually they didn't respond. I was hoping that they would kind of affect them positively. You know, they would kind of learn from that. But, you know, I couldn't do all of that. So yeah, he went 0-10-18, and he just kept talking about what other people were doing wrong. And Ari would always say, my bad, whenever she does something kind of stupid and she knows that she did it earlier onto the game, or mid-game. And I really liked that, but then she kind of changed. She was blaming me like most of the other people. And I think that's one of the biggest things, because I think it started off with Swain saying that it was terrible and, I shouldn't gank. And then once that first person kind of just goes straight into the game like that, it gives other players opportunity. And this video is mainly to tell people that I'm trying to explain to people, it's not just the junglers, okay? I mean, this was an amazing example of showing team blaming one person, especially the jungler. Why didn't you take that objective? I was taking blue while they were doing dragon because I didn't want to contest. I mean, that was my call. I think it was, I don't know if the whole team was there. I don't remember. They probably were. But I wanted to get my buffs. I didn't want to contest anything. We weren't ready. And they thought they were ready. They did well. I mean, that was a bad call for me, but I just didn't want to follow. Sometimes people make bad calls. I made many bad calls. I would just jump into the middle of their team trying to peel them, or, try to at least take one of them down, and I would fail. And I'm honest about that, but sometimes most of the team didn't, say anything about their mistakes. And Misfortune overall was quite decent. I mean, I don't know. That was it. Thresh had issues, and what I look for a player is communication, but good communication, and not too much communication. Because if you communicate too much and it's poor, it's gonna affect your the way your teammates play. And if you talk too much, even if it's good, it's gonna kind of distract you from your game. And there's many things that I can list out, but what the moral of this video is that you can't blame one person for everything. Ari could have gone, Ari and Misfortune and Swain could have done way better, and we still could have lost because our communication was poor. Communication is almost everything. I know you see that everywhere, but it is true. And a quick look at their team. Look at everybody is positive besides Nautilus, their support. He went 3-7-12. That is fairly decent, but that's good. And you can definitely see the gold difference. And I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't know what more I can say. It's just blaming one person highly affects the person. So yeah, I hope you guys sat through all of this and you guys feel what I'm feeling. And everybody else that's blamed one person, I've been there, you've been there, unless you really, really know. And I mean, just looking at this chat. Okay, look. GG, another plus 15 LP. Swain was please report toxic. Please report Rengar. Oh, yeah.
Do you want to shop or you're over it?
I'm probably over it.
Okay, you're gonna drop down all the clothes so I can wash them.
Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. That was weird, but okay. Toxic team. I'm reporting you, Swain. I mean, you can just tell the conflict between my team and their team. Their team was realizing that it wasn't all my fault, and that's what I really liked. Even if they thought it was my fault, I'm not gonna be peer pressured and think, this game was all my fault, blah, 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 blah. And I'm probably gonna sum it up. You're probably off track after the interruption. I can't say it any more times. If you want to get better at League of Legends, you're going to have to learn that it's a team game, communication is key, and that it's never one person's fault. I hope to see you guys later. Stick around, and I should be posting a little later. See you guys.